All right, recently I've gotten some questions about how do I set up my office. So I want to show you today what is in front of me, what I use. I have tried different things. There are some hacks in here that can help you save some money, and I'll actually link to the products that I actually use. So this is my desk. So this is how I have it set up now so that I can do my feedback. I just have it set up where I've got my iPad up here, and then I have a Bluetooth connected keyboard. This was actually really cheap, and I'll put a link to it in the comment section below. But this is my Bluetooth connected keyboard, and I absolutely love it. It makes teaching class so much easier. When I'm not teaching class, I just stick my keyboard over here where it's out of the way, and during class you can see this is the cheapest thing, and eventually I might upgrade. I don't know, right now it works for me. This is literally just a shoebox. I threw some wrapping paper over it. This has been like this for a year now, so it has stood up pretty well for being basically free. I cut a hole in the middle of my wrapping paper, or the middle of my box here, and it's kind of turned into a junk drawer. But what I do is I put the props that I use frequently in this little drawer here. So if I want to say marker, I have a marker. The things that I keep in there, I like to keep a marker in there. I like to keep a pen in there. I like to have an airplane in there because a lot of times the kids will be traveling and we'll talk about airplanes, so I like to keep an airplane in there. A leaf. I use the leaf a lot in class when we talk about fall, or when we talk about leaves, or when we talk about different colors, so I have different color leaves in there. If they're on a computer, I like to keep the mouse in there, and I'll just be like, are you on a computer? Or we'll talk about computers, or, you know, if we're talking about the computer mouse, circle. Most of the kids actually learn on their, iPads or phones. So most of them don't use the mouse, but if they do, you've got it there. You can see I've got different color leaves in here that I can use. I have an eyeball. There's one class where we talk about the ATM and stuff, or if we're talking about going shopping or whatever. I have a credit card. So you can see this is not a real credit card. It is literally one of those things that came in the mail, and I saved it and I stuck it in there as a prop. And I have nail polish in there. I will often use the nail polish if a little girl has nails and she's showing me her fingernails. I'll say, oh, you have nail polish, and I'll show them like that. I have a coin in there, pencil, and tape, and things that shouldn't even be in there too, because it has turned into kind of a junk drawer. But the things that I want to get very quickly in class are in there and easily accessible. So it is really nice to have something like that, and it's cheap, and it keeps my iPad up so that I'm not hunched over. It keeps my iPad at the right height combined with the stand. This stand I also like because there's a space in between it, so I can charge my iPad while I am working. And if you come over here, I just have my laptop over here, and it charges right off of my laptop while I'm in class. This is my basic setup. Anything that I'm showing you that I have bought, I will actually link below. But this keyboard and this stand, I bought both of them from Amazon. The keyboard is new. The stand I have been using since I started teaching, basically. Now, when I first started teaching, I didn't have this little stand here. I didn't have anything like this. So this is my really cheap way that I had it set up, was I would just put my iPad, or actually I was using my phone at the time. So I'd put my phone right here and prop it up on my laptop with my laptop open, and then I would put it on top of my shoebox. Now I kind of went and I looked for a shoebox that was the right height so that I could use it. So that's how I did that. But if you don't have a stand yet, you don't have any props, this is a way that you can do it. You can, stick whatever up there to kind of hold it up until you can get something, a little more permanent. If you are doing this long-term or full-time, I would, suggest trying to find something that's a little more comfortable than, putting it up like this when it's this far away. It is further away. It's harder to get to. Having a stand is really nice. I have also seen people that have it on a tripod that's hanging. I would probably knock a tripod over. So I don't personally like this, but this setup works really good for me.